action after receiving a 911 call about a man dressed all in black, armed with a rifle and a semi-automatic pistol. The first shots were named.
Black America and our nation's inner cities are in a state of crisis, marked by spiritual and economic poverty, unusually high crime, high unemployment rates, and more often than not, poor police-community relationships and mass incarceration. The unrest and hopelessness we see erupting today in our inner cities reveal that these problems didn't just show up yesterday, but they're long-standing challenges. Many of the issues and problems occurring in America's inner cities are a direct result of systemic racial disparities. But imagine with me for a moment these same cities, restored and revived spiritually, socially, and economically. Imagine inner city families thriving and moving towards greater economic capacity, self-sustainability, and relational flourishing. Imagine the unified action of urban, suburban, rural, and inner city churches, districts, missionaries, and organizations coming alongside of Black leadership. Imagine Black and multi-ethnic churches planted and revitalized in the toughest cities of America. I'm Walter Harvey of the National Black Fellowship. The NBF is a movement of hope across urban America. The Black church has always been revered, respected, and the center of influence in inner cities and communities ever since our emancipation from slavery. And still today, it's Black America's only hope. From the founding of the Inner City Workers Conference back in 1980, and which later became known as the National Black Fellowship, the NBF represents a movement of hope. Currently, the Assemblies of God in America is 42% non-white, and 10% of our total U.S. adherents are Black. Since 2005, Blacks have been the fastest growing ethnicity in the Assemblies of God. And to date, the NBF represents the nearly 400 churches in the Assemblies of God and is committed to even more growth through church planting and church revitalization. Our great fellowship is starting to reflect the multi-ethnic dream of Pentecostal pioneers like William Seymour, who led the Azusa Street Revival in the early 1900s, Bob Harrison, Spencer Jones, Michael Nelson, and Zollie Smith, just to name a few. But sadly, our nation has never been more racially and politically divided. But God has brought the NBF to the kingdom for such a time as this. Most people know us for our powerful and practical Reach Conference. This biannual Reach Conference is held in selected host cities and churches and meets on the off year when a general council is scheduled. But we do so much more than hold conferences and trainings. We provide church revitalization, one-on-one mentoring and leadership development. We attack spiritual, economic, and social poverty and injustice from every angle. We're committed to leading the church and healing the racial divide in America through the demonstration of biblical social justice. We value and we mentor young emerging leaders, and we're committed to developing and employing these leaders to plant and revitalize churches in the toughest cities of America. So, if you're thinking about reaching or you're already located in the inner cities of America and you want to see real and lasting change, then join with us, and together we'll be an active force in this movement of hope sweeping across urban America.